Alexa, Merry Christmas. Here we go. It's currently 4:24 in the morning. Everyone else is still sleeping, but the dog wants to go for a walk. We got a big day ahead of us. Current time is about 4:30, and we are out walking because there are many things to do before you leave for a weekend, especially with kids and a dog. A little icy and snowy today. I don't think there'll be much of that where we're headed. I just realized I haven't really told you what we're doing here. So my name is Ann Westling, and I am a variety of things. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I have a dog, and I am headed to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital today. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is a last resort for a lot of parents who their little kid is facing cancer and they don't know where to go. As much as I wish I could say I was a doctor saving lives, I am an announcer for their marathon. So every year it has been one of the single biggest fundraising days of the entire year for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which depends entirely on fundraising and donations to stay open. And I also do the Denver Mattress commercials. And what's amazing is that we all love St. Jude, all of us. Furniture Row and Denver Mattress help provide all of the inside goodies for the St. Jude Dream House, which also helps fundraise and give back to St. Jude. So when we realized that we all kind of worked for the same causes, which is, you know, people just doing good for other people, we thought it would be cool to watch our worlds collide a little bit. So today I'm gonna make the journey to St. Jude, and I can't wait for you to come along. It's a magical place. I love you.
Actually, this is good. I'm gonna knock out like quite a bit of stuff this weekend. 2 races in the same weekend, which is convenient. It's also, as many moms and dads know, it's like the holiday season. So there's a lot. I don't know if you do an Elf on the Shelf, or if you do like Spirit Week at school, or if you have an advent calendar. If you're gonna leave, you've got to plan these things accordingly. This is very strategic to get out of here to do this. It's a total change of your thought process. It's just different. It hits differently because I think you are giving up a little bit of the holiday season with your family, but man, you'd happily give up 3 days to go and cheer on people, helping people, rather than checking in and being a patient or having your kid be a patient at St. Jude. When you think about the families that are there right now, they're gonna spend their holiday there. And when my kids kind of get upset about me leaving, or like, why do you have to go away? I told them a story of Juan, of a kid I sat next to when on this very flight. And I said, why are you headed to Memphis? And he looked at me and said, I'm going to St. Jude. And he was 10 years old, and he'd been diagnosed as a younger person. And he said he was going back just for a checkup. And I said, thinking I would take his mind off of it, you know, what do kids want your age for Christmas? And he said, I just want to be cancer-free. You know, kids are making wish lists of Toy Story heroes and all those things, and he just wanted to have a clear scan. So I told my kids, I said, I'm gonna go to St. Jude because I can. I hope I never have to show up at the door and check your name in, but I'd like to have you come with me and visit, but there's no way I wouldn't do this. So that's why we're going. We'll need a lot of Kleenex this weekend. Yes. I know. A big welcome to our St. Jude heroes. Thank you so much for being a part of our family. In our gratitude, we would like to make you feel like a VIP. Welcome to your lounge. We have hats in the back that you can customize yourself
We've got a couple of ways we'd like to thank you. We've got some infused beverages and popcorn. We've got lounge chairs so you can enjoy each other's company, perhaps the ones that you know who have been supportive of you, and all the new faces that are surrounding you, in addition to the 22,000 people who are going to be alongside you running your race tomorrow. St. Jude is the patron saint of hopeless causes. The irony is that St. Jude is an amazing place of hope. And that's because every single patient who walks in that door, the families have the best chance of fighting childhood cancer. They don't charge for treatment, travel, housing, or even food. And that is because people fundraise and donate to St. Jude to keep those doors opening every single day.
So we are paying it forward and saying thank you to St. Jude, who is currently taking care of my 12-year-old daughter. She was treated 2 years ago with a life-saving brain surgery, and we're here this week to support the marathon and do some follow-up scans.
So tell me how you got to St. Jude since you're in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo had some opinions on what we were seeing, and we reached out for a second opinion. And I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you I sent a blind email and said, I think we need a second opinion, and within an hour he was calling me. We quickly became St. Jude patients, and St. Jude changed the entire course of treatment for our child. So because of them, she didn't have to go through 2 years of chemotherapy, and she avoided radiation, which is incredible.
You are the survivor.
Yes.
Wearing that gold armband proudly. So tell us, what were you thinking 2 years ago when your headaches just wouldn't subside?
I got really scared, honestly, because I didn't know what was going to happen. But I was very thankful that my parents decided to reach out, and we found another doctor that was able to help me.
Take a look at this and tell me your team name. And next year we're going to get t-shirts.
Team
And not just Buffalo t-shirts.
Buffalo St. Jude.
And we love you guys.
I'm a pediatric hematology oncology nurse on our inpatient 4K unit, which is leukemia, lymphoma, and hematology. And I'm here to run my first 5K and just be able to connect with my kids, not just inside the hospital, but outside on the streets of Memphis as well. The mission, our core values, being able to find cures and work towards them, being able to have our patients go from the scariest day of getting diagnosed to the no chemo, last chemo day in remission, but also everything in between. Nobody wants to have cancer, but I tell my parents, this is the place you'd want to be.
Well, as you can hear, it is very, very exciting and festive, and the sun hasn't even come up yet, and the city is alive. So it's crazy. I mean, it's like a Saturday night, except it's Saturday morning. And then you'll run through campus, which is where St. Jude and all the kids are, and the tears will flow even more, but the kids just cheer them on, and it's magical. So I got to try to keep it together today because I have to introduce the CEO, and we're going to have the national anthem, and we're going to keep it exciting, but you know, there's a lot of people out here
running past the hospital where their kids are currently being treated. And there are lots of people who are going to run through a hospital that treated their child, and now they're watching over us from heaven. So, and I don't have any of those things, and I'm still crying. All right, good morning once again, St. Jude. The greatest running day of the year, in my opinion, is today, where we all take on a half marathon or a full marathon, all in the name of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. All right, well, my work here is done. The St. Jude Memphis Marathon turned into an absolutely stunning, beautiful day. And, you know, this is how we do it. 97 countries were represented here today, and all 50 states. And as much fun as we had, I think everyone's looking forward to getting home and getting in their own beds, seeing their families. I can't wait to get home, see my kids, give them extra tight hugs, and sleep in my own bed. But man, what a place to be for at least a weekend. After a long day of travel and the best kind of fun, there is nothing beats coming home. Remember where you start, where you finish. What a great weekend. Happy to have you guys part of the team. Good night, guys.
Night, Mom.
I love you.
I love you too.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Walk slow.
See you on the other side.